So it turns out this past weekend that we got absolutely hammered with rain. We had a little bit of a nor'easter blow through, and ultimately it's flooded the end of my driveway. But because my good old jolly self likes to make the best of any situation, let's go ahead and have some fun.
Intoxicated off of all type of drugs. I'm never sober, time I'm in love. I need some type of drug. I need some type of substance. She keeps sending me some. I need some type of substance. She keeps sending me some. So I need some type of drug. So I hit on my glove. Wanna spend some time with a dog.
Boy, oh boy, do Jess and I love to have fun. As long as it includes me getting hurt, wet, or just inconvenienced. You like it, don't you?
Of course.
We had this funny idea just for me to get splashed while she drives up into the driveway.
You had this idea.
Oh, well, you helped me execute, but unfortunately, the water receded since yesterday. It would have worked a lot better if we would have done it yesterday. Flooding aside, that's not the main point of this video, because today I want to show you all really the reason why I bought this place. And I'll do it while soaking wet. Thanks, Jess. Welcome to my efficiency garage, where we have made the best use of 389 square feet possible. So I had quite a few of you tell me it was an absolute prank that I didn't show you the garage when we did the tour of the house. And the main reason for that is I've just been getting everything settled to really make this a little slice of automotive mechanic heaven. No, it's not the biggest shop in the world, but we have just about everything and anything that you'll need if you need to work on your car. There is so much packed into this little shop that it's kind of a little overwhelming for me to come and talk to you all about, but let's just try to hit everything. We have the tire changer and balancer. Another story on that later. I got my Atlas 8,000 pound lift, picked up a nice big storage rack. I have diffs, transmission, and really, I would think that we could put body kit stuff on here or whatever else we might scoop along the way. I got air distribution lines coming off of my 80-gallon compressor. We built this copper manifold to dry the air before it gets to the tools and the paint equipment. We built this in my parents' garage and we brought it right over, so it's getting good use. One of my favorite things of the shop, though, is actually a gift that Jess had gotten me for my birthday, being my rolling Husky tool cabinet. I outfitted it with the world's best tools, all Harbor Freight stuff. In reality, you know, it could be thousands of dollars, but I have a local Harbor Freight that I was able to get everything that I'll ever need to work on a car. So thank you, Jess, for getting it for me. And we have another story on that with a little mishap that happened when she went to go pick it up.
We don't have to talk about that.
Yes, we do. I ran air distribution all throughout the shop. One towards our tool bench that me and my buddies built, and then two more outlets over on the side of the tire changer, which needed one outlet, and then one hose reel for whatever tools we need to attach to it to do whatever we need. I got a sound bar hooked up with the sub accompanying it right on the bottom of our workbench here. And in reality, when I think about it, all I'll need to do is add AC and heat, and I could just live out here. I got the backyard whenever I need to use the restroom, and then I got a spigot on the side here if I need to take a shower. So what more could a car guy need? Maybe not a car guy that Jess would want to date, though. Because we are limited by space, I really wanted to make as much use of the walls as possible. And luckily I was able to find a tire rack that's wall mounted. So I have several tires. It only fits 4, which is fine, but at least it gets them up and out of the way whenever we're working around here. I got one here and then one on top of the tire changer, just, you know, storage purposes. The whole upper edge of the garage has a shelf, so if you look up there, I have quite a few parts. I got Rocket Bunny parts, the FRS doors, 350Z doors, fans, and if you look up on the rafters, I have more front bumpers of mine for the FRS. Like I've said, we are making the best and most efficient use of this space, which means we had to go vertical. And one hobby that I've picked up since I've been gone, well, you can't really call it a hobby because I'm absolutely trash at it, but I scooped myself a little Harbor Freight welder to be able to practice welding diffs or whatever I might need to. When I installed the 350Z over fenders, I wanted to figure out how to weld the inner skin of the fender to the outer skin, so I wanted to do that myself. Went ahead and picked this up and have been struggling ever since. I have a nice little 30 amp plug here, so for all the welding that I'll ever need to do, I'll be able to do it. Granted, booger welds. You know, I would hate to have an electrician out here to see my work that I've done, but I think I did everything relatively safe. Got everything out on a breaker panel here, ran all the 240 through the garage. I haven't burnt it down yet, knock on wood. So yes, Jess doesn't want me to show you guys this, but it's too funny not to.
It's not that funny.
When she picked up that tool cabinet from Home Depot, the associate that helped her load it into the back of my truck had told her that the wheels were locked and she wouldn't have to worry about the tool cabinet rolling around. Well, sure enough, when she decided to stop at CVS Pharmacy for whatever she needed, as she was leaving, she pressed the accelerator a little too hard. Yeah. And ended up sending the toolbox into the back of the glass of the cap on the truck.
But you liked the gift, right?
Oh, I loved the gift, JJ.
So let's not talk about this.
But it was absolutely hilarious because I know she didn't mean to, but as she's pulling up into the garage telling me that she has a surprise for me, she didn't even realize it was broken until I was standing right there.
I cried.
It's unfortunate because I can't find replacement glass for this specific model of topper, so we might have to do our own little repair or just wait until
I finished suing Home Depot.
Yeah, you're not suing, but they said that their insurance was going to reach out, and I don't think we've heard from them since.
Your friend Victor was supposed to help me pick it up, but he didn't, so I think this is partially his fault.
Either way, I completely appreciate the sentiment, and despite Jess spending, what, $500 on the toolbox?
Like at least 5,000.
Oh, 5,000, yeah. I'm not mad in the slightest because at the end of the day, it was an accident.
He's not mad anymore. He was mad.
While we're on the topic of Jess messing up my cars, we have the Z over here with a big scratch in the fender. Look at that, my freshly painted fender with a big old gouge in it.
Okay, explain why I scratched it.
2 weeks prior, when Jess moved to Jacksonville, she found a couch that she really wanted me to go and pick up with the truck and trailer. But because she didn't have a place to store it, I told her, yeah, baby, don't worry. Throw it in my garage.
He used it as shelves for all of his car parts.
Yeah, so I ended up putting my freshly painted over fenders on her couch, and when the date came for her to finally move it out of my garage into her place, she decided for some reason to set the fender on the ground and kick it.
I did not kick it.
What did you do?
I set it on the ground and then I tripped over it.
Oh yeah, okay.
I feel exploited.
No, don't.
I have done so many good things for you. So what if I scratch a fender, break a window here and there?
It's okay. I'm ultimately not upset because
You're
yes.
not upset.
No,
That's the first time you've told me you're not upset about it.
Well, no, I'll just employ you when it comes to fixing all of the paint defects on the Z.
You employ me for everything.
You're right. Ambush employee number 1, right? Okay, well, my girlfriend is on her way to Orlando. She is a photographer on the side, does weddings, car stuff. It's something that I'm really proud of her for doing, so she's gonna go make some money today.
I'm
So,
only proud because you get a free photographer now.
but okay, baby, we will see you hopefully soon, maybe behind the wheel of the Z, drifting, or maybe just learning how to drive stick.
I already know how to drive stick.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
What, you think I need a better teacher?
No. Okay, bye-bye, baby. Safe travels. Now, since Jess is gone, you guys might have seen this car in the background. This happens to be one of my roommates and I's friends. It died on him, so we went ahead and had a tow truck drive it here because we've been doing side work out of the garage. I think it's due for a new alternator, so my roommate has to get that first before we can work on it. But that's the beautiful part about having all this space here. Whether it be side work or projects on our own personal vehicles, we're able to do it all here. And with the shop in the back, just about anything's possible. About a month ago, we actually had a guy drop off his Mustang to get a new clutch. So that was something pretty cool to be able to do. I think that was like the first major job that me and my roommate did. And it was easy money since we have all the tools. But I honestly can't be more appreciative of this little setup we have. If you all have migrated from my old channel, which was primarily focused around drifting, and you're here now, yes, we still plan on doing a lot of drift stuff, but I've spent so much money getting this garage set up the way it is that I've kind of taken a break from all of it, but I have all intentions of getting back into drifting. It's just, you know, some things take priority, and this was one of them. But I'm definitely proud of everything that we've been able to do, from installing the lift ourselves to running all the electrical. And I really hope you guys are stoked for what we will be able to do from this shop. We have a super solid foundation, and the possibilities are endless. And I hope you guys are just as stoked as I am for all of it. But with that said, I think that covers the majority of the updates that I wanted to share with you all. I don't feel the need to hide anything because now it's all out in the open for all of you. So with that said, I'd like to end with one final thing. I think we are going to start with a every Wednesday upload schedule and go from there. So thank you to all of you for your endless love and support, and I'll see you in the next one. One of my favorite things of the shop that I have is actually something that Jess got me for my birthday. That being my little old rusty, not rusty.
Little old rusty, brand new, motherfucking expensive birthday gift?
I know.